Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so, little pullback from 2403.75. The Bulls, the Bulls had a decent day yesterday. They popped it pretty hard off the open. We did 93 all the way up to yesterday's high, which is 2402.25. We flattened out in the afternoon and just kind of chopped around. So the Bulls could have done, after this kind of an open, the Bulls could have done a lot more with the day than what they did, which was basically just chop it out. And this was really tough stuff to trade. This continues to be a market that wants to go higher, but it wants to do it during the regular session in a really choppy fashion that makes it a real pain in the butt to trade. So if you're struggling to find traction, at least in trading the indexes, and I'm not talking about stocks or anything else, I'm just purely talking about the mini, you're not alone. This has been a tough market to trade. As we head into today, the one thing that jumps out at me on the hourly chart is how tight these bands are becoming. Okay, the hourly bands are becoming tight. They became tight here, so I think we're looking potentially for the expansion move today. Maybe not for a period of days or weeks, but maybe just for today. And we may be seeing the beginnings of that happening now. We'll have to see what happens when we get into the regular session. If it wants to continue to turn higher, there's only one place for the Bulls to go, and that's new all-time highs. They need another all-time high. Since we printed the all-time high, we've seen, for a while there, we saw a series of lower highs that, the bears just couldn't capitalize on when we got down here to 79. And what we've seen since 79 is a series of higher lows. And now we're seeing higher highs to go with these higher lows. The only higher high now that they have to make is they need to take out yesterday's high and then go and take care of this 2403.75. If they get up there, they're going to have to, really take it out. Printing 04.5 and coming back down, or even worse, printing 03.75 and coming back down, isn't going to, that's going to start to fuel the thought that, we're at a double top. But for me, double tops and double bottoms are the last bastions of people that are stubbornly fighting price. They don't happen very often. When they do happen, they're very powerful, and you have to look at them as potential anytime they're seen. But what the Bulls want to do is they really want to get up and over the top of that all-time high, start to push things to the upside, and try to threaten the upper Bollinger Band on the daily chart, which sits right now around 2418. Where does that leave the Bears? Well, I'll tell you. The Bears have done nothing but put themselves in an absolutely horrible position. They went through the entire day yesterday without even threatening weekly pivot. They haven't even come within a hint of it overnight. You see it down here at 2390.75. So you've had you've had an overnight look at weekly pivot Sunday into Monday, tried to hold it here, but since they lost it, at about 6 o'clock in the morning yesterday, they haven't been back. You've got daily pivot support at the hourly mid-band here, right around 90. If that holds up, then the only way the Bears are going to turn this around, and personally I think they need a catalyst to do it. In a vacuum, this thing wants to trade higher, period, end of discussion. In a vacuum, it wants to go up. You have to focus on that and forget about all the things that are going on or not going on in the world and what you personally think the impact of that stuff should be. The tape doesn't care. When the tape cares, it'll let you know, but right now the tape doesn't care. So I think the Bears need a catalyst. The catalyst is going to have to start to take out not only the weekly pivot, but it's going to have to take out last week's low. A good start would be taking out this week's low, which comes in down here right off the open at 23.88. If the Bears can't even do that, then these dips are buys, and the ultimate destination is this slow, frustrating bleed up that becomes very hard to hold during the course of the trading day. That's what makes it so tough, is the whip that happens during the move. It's like being on a really turbulent airplane, okay? And it's not turbulent in like we're really changing altitude. It's just shaking, and it's you're spilling your drink on your lap and you're getting frustrated. So it's a frustrating market to trade. I want to say that out loud. I don't think enough people are really talking about, it's a frustrating index to trade, okay? And the best thing to do is to don't overtrade it. That's the initial reaction. You want to overtrade it. You want to, you want to keep doing trades, and then you look down at your sheet and you've done 12, 13, 14 trades in a day. Don't. Just don't. I did 4 trades yesterday, and a lot, and 4 trades yesterday, and 3 of them didn't go the way I really wanted them to go. And it's because I couldn't get any traction on price in either direction. But if you zoom out and look at an hourly chart, I mean, there's no traction inside of there. Today could be different, could be more directional. The move out of these tight bands tells me it might be. So dips off the open today, especially if they hold the area of the mid band here on the hourly chart, have the potential for buys. All right, take care, everybody. I'll see you for the midday update. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade 'em well.